Hello everyone, this is Mark Flopsy Shepherd once again, and welcome back to Lemmingbytes. For the remainder of this playthrough, I'm going to be doing a replay post-commentary format instead, because the levels got really long to solve, and it was getting very un-video friendly. So it's only 10 levels, 7 terabytes, 17 through 26, but the levels are just so long. I mean, some of the replays are all running in at like 9 to 12 minutes, so that's just a scale of how hard some of these levels are. So anyway, we'll start with Terabyte 17, which is Storming the Drains. And as a general comment in this level, I really struggle getting the beginning together. And something with noteworthiness is you've got to get the disarmer over on this side of the level in order to be able to get past these traps here. And I'm probably going to be reminding myself how to get the level done while I'm doing these replays, because some of them I did so long ago now. So I did a stacker trick there to contain the lemmings. And both these lemmings turn into swimmers. I think one of them turns into a climber. Yep, I'm right. There was only one climber anyway. So, and I've learnt from my Lemmings Plus 5 videos as well. I've turned the high quality mini-map off, so this will really speed up the replays. So, do a reverse miner. Because all the lemming goes up now. I think this lemming carries on along the top route. Okay, this guy's going across to the exit because this platform has to be built before the exit opens. Be aware of what's going on. Right, he mines down there. Okay, we're just keeping that guy up there for a bit. I remember the levels closer to the end because they were more recent, but this level I've done so long ago, talking months here. Okay, so he mines and bashes, and he's going to swim up that vortex there. There's 3 traps there as well, if you haven't noticed. That's why the disarm is required. I think he's the disarmer. Yeah, he's a triathlete, he's a disarmer. And the reason for that is because he has to disarm all 3 traps, and if you use the platform, he'd just bump into this wall here. And then he platforms such that they can both climb back up, because... And then he stacks here, which is why this nook's here, so you can actually disarm on it. Stack on it. Time limit's not really an issue here, so the fact that you turn around with that platform is not really that bad. But there's a lot going on in this level, and I had to ask Wafflem for hits on this one as well. Yeah, so we had to watch that guy go all the way back. He has to get to the climber pickup skill so this guy can get back, you see, because he's trapped at the moment. And that's done with 2 platformers. And since he's a disarmer, he'll walk past the traps, and he'll also swim through the pools as well, so that's not an issue. And the last platform, I believe, is used to kind of like a list corrosion type solution. And the lemmings are freed. He climbs, and I believe that is it. And the reason the digger had to be there instead of there, so he didn't climb up the wall and splat. So that's level solved. So, with that being said, on to Terabyte 18. Lems Are Us. This one wasn't too bad from what I remember. The hardest part of it was just working out. I've got 2 oh no, that's gigabyte, sorry, not terabyte. Hold on, let's have a look at when these replays were produced. Let's see how long ago we're talking here, because right now I'm recording on the 27th of November. So as you can see, Terabytes 21 through 26 are very recent, but Terabytes 17 and 18 were like 6th of October, so that's why I'm not remembering them so well. Terabyte 19 and 20 aren't too far behind. Okay, so we climb out here. I think we're going to have a stoner down here perhaps. Nope, we're having a builder. Builder, stoner and platform, I'm guessing. It's like, this video is like watch Flopsy guess what he did. Oh, I see. I think we're going to free these lemmings from the opposite side. As you can see, everybody could be a climber on this level because there's 20 in the skill set, but only the top lemmings can be floaters, I think. Double stoner trick there, and that basher has to be so precisely placed such that you can stack into the exit, which is a nice trick, I think. And the climbers are needed here for these lemmings here. I think there's 10 in there. Yeah, so it's just a simple case of stacking into the exit. Hard trick to grasp that one is. I can see why it's a late Terabyte level. So on to Terabyte 19, such great heights. I do actually remember this one pretty well, actually, to be honest. And the hardest part of this level was... Bear with me, I'll just load the replay. Was knowing that you could actually go through the steel here. There's such a minuscule amount of steel, such that a lemming can go through it. And you've got to be very careful in putting very, very small amounts of steel in your levels, because lemmings can actually go through them with a lot of effort. So he walked and mined there, so these lemmings can get up. Such a lot going on this level, and it has to be done in a certain order. So any glider will pass off of this, whereas any non-glider will just go down there and not splat. What's happening with these guys? I think he's going to climb up there. Yep. So I'll just pause and generalise here. The idea is these lemmings have got to pass through all of this section here and get up this bit here, and then come back along the top. That's where the crowd's going to go. And this lemming's got to go back and bash across here. And all this just to get to an exit you can easily build to, but you haven't got the necessary skills to do so. Because the trigger's just off the ground. So let's carry on. And we do a miner here where we're down to this little critical area here. I had to ask Wafflen for hints on this one as well, because this one really baffled me. And this lemming's bashing backwards, and he's slowly climbing the steel as well by single pixels each time, because the pixel forces a basher up. So after that, yeah, notice how small the steel is there. You can actually get the lemmings to go up through that if there's something blocking their way. So the climbs come back after he's bashed into the wall. He's just going to fall down here and be the root carver. He's probably going to mine again, I'm guessing. Yes, he is. And this lemming's just going to come across here and dig down. I think, to be honest though, due to this steel being here, the digger actually carved it beautifully, and it actually didn't need any additional skills to make the fall safe. Don't know what's going on with these guys at the moment. I guess we're just waiting for that lemming to have a head start on them. And they'll climb up. A bit confused by the addition of that terrain there, but I guess that's just for decorative purposes. And the importance is we don't assign him a glider until this point, otherwise he would have gone into that electric field there. Very anti-glider friendly, isn't it? And this lemming's just come down and he's platforming to the exit, so he's going home. think we used a stacker there, so the lemmings will now walk up into that little passageway there. So now he has to go back and carve out this route for them now. And he has to be saved as well, so we have to be very careful at the end. Which I do, because I mine on the very last one and just let them come up their own way. Let him go back to the right, sorry. Now we just need to get these lemmings down safely, which we do with one digger at the end of the crowd, which is quite simple. I think we ended up with a basher left over because I don't think the I think that's it now. The path's been carved. Look, that's the big trick in this level. Just watch this lemmings go through the steel there. Only in this tile set could you do that trick, eh? I'm sure there's other tile sets out there where you can do this trick also. I don't really understand what the extra bash is for in this skill set. I'm sure Wafflem could come out and explain what I did differently. So anyway, on to Terabyte 20. Oh my god, this level. This one is probably hands down the hardest level in the pack. I probably asked Wafflin for hints like 3 times on this one. Lost count. It's got nice music though, which is probably the only thing that saves this level a bit. Now this is confusing, this level is. I think you have to use some obscure trick. You do use one stacker above the trapdoor here, on exactly the spawn point of the lemmings. It's quite hard to see. Once we've got enough worker lemmings, of course. See, he's using a stack on the precise moments such that the lemmings will get stuck between the walls, look. And I've never seen a trick like that before, and to be honest, without that trick I probably wouldn't have solved this level. Now this is going to look a bit confusing, but the reason these diggers are done so precisely is for a very good reason, because all these lemmings have to make it back up to the exit. And the way they do that is climb up the wall and glide back down to this bit here. So they're all going to need to be climbers and gliders. But when you assign the gliders is the important thing here, because gliders can just send you all over the place in this level. So these lemmings sorted out these 2 buttons on the right here, and these lemmings came over here, so we had a way of turning them around and stopping them from walking into the abyss here. That walker skill is going to be for this lemming here. So these lemmings are going to climb back up now and find a way to press these buttons here. So they're all walking back to the right now, and that's the hardest thing to do on this level, making all the lemmings walk back to the right, I think. Other than that trick up there that I just showed at the trapdoor. Okay. So you need the 2 bashers because you need to free these lemmings to the left, because you can't just have one of these lemmings bash through the whole thing, so they'll start walking to the right. I mean, to be honest, these lemmings could be bashed out much earlier than that. They could have just been bashed out right at the start. And we just need to have the other side bashed out by one of these lemmings. But yeah, that was a beautiful level. I think it was done with somebody else. I just need to go back and check the author field for that. Oh no, it doesn't. It's not in the author field. Wafflem said that was a level done in a contest or something with somebody else. I'm sure it'll explain in the comments for me, because Wafflem's good like that. Alright, this is the second hardest level in the pack, I think. T equals OK. And it's leveled by Wafflem and Ico2lot. What happened was Wafflem had this original level, and Ico2lot found a better solution, so I think Wafflem just adapted the level to suit his solution better. And I'm not even sure if this is the intended route, but I keep loading gigabyte solutions, can't have that. I'm not even sure if this is the intended solution, but incredible amount of precision required here on this level. You need to make sure that digger's placed precisely. You've got to make sure these bombers are placed precisely. If it's even 1 pixel out, that's it. Game over. Because you've got to have this bridge so that she can mine through it. It's one of those mining through the bridge tricks again, which is probably one of the most precise tricks you can set up in Lemmings. Hence why the digger and builders are being done very precisely and in line with each other. I love this music anyway. Don't worry about the 3 builders there. That's actually part of the solution. I do hate it though when only like 2 bricks on a builder's bridge is used though. I suppose sometimes though it's unavoidable. Without making the solution too obvious. I think this is a dig bomb trick here. I do think this music suits this level really well. I'm quite surprised he used beast music on this level. Well, we all know Wafflem and his love for Acorn Archimedes music. So nothing pretty advanced used in this next section here. Although you do need to time these lemmings a bit better. You need to time these lemmings well. Because you need to bomb, then mine through the terrain here. I think what he's going to do is he's going to dig through this pole here and then bomb. And as you can see, the mining through the bridge trick is being set up now. He's going to turn. No, he's not going to. That's probably one of the more confusing parts of this level. Why does the lemming not turn there? I'm sure this is one trick that Amida could probably explain if he watches these videos, but or maybe Ico too lot even. And you have to bomb at the end. So we ended up not using a climber. I'm not sure if that was intended or not. I don't think that's a back route though, because this solution was so complicated. I was stuck for weeks on this level. I mean, it probably halted the rest of the progress on a Terabyte, to be honest, so much. That's why Lemmingbytes has been on hold for a long time. Anyway, on to Terabyte 22. We're on to the levels now that I'm more familiar with because I did very recently, like earlier this month. Now, obviously, one of the hardest tricks with this level is this trap here. That trap is probably one of the harder parts of this level because, as you can see, there's no builders in the skill set. But one of these skills are actually here to tell you what skills the blockers have. This guy's a climber, and that's a swimmer / disarmer. So this guy has to get all the way over here to disarm the trap for the other lemmings. And the other thing that becomes apparent is you've got to get all the lemmings up to the top of this one-way wall here. Except the swimmers, because they can just swim across this water here, which took me a long time to figure out for some reason. And we've got 16 lemmings coming. While we've got 16 lemmings coming out of the trap door. Oh no, we don't actually. We've already got 14 coming out of the trap door because there's only 16 total, isn't there? But we've got 16. We've got 16 climbers and 16. Sorry, we've got 8 climbers and 8 swimmers to dispense. So what I do first is I send a climber to the left. There might be quite a lot of things going on this level, so I'll try and keep up with it as much as I can. Okay, so we have to assign two climbers / swimmers here. So that's where our extra skills are going to go. So there's 12 lemmings left over here, so we can't assign any more than 1 skill to any of these lemmings now. Sorry, I mean more permanent skills when I say that. They can use other skills like the burrowing skills, destructive skills more like. So I think one blocker ends up going, yeah, there's a teleporter down here which brings you all the way back to the action over here. And this guy can't go in the water, so he has to come back this way. I think this guy's a swimmer, so it's alright. So he's going to go through the teleporter, and this guy's going to go back this way. And I think he has to mine here. Yes, he does, because that's splat height. And these lemmings are just trapped in here for the moment, so I'll come back to them when they start doing something again. There's a miner here to get through the one-way arrows. Oh, I missed what they did there. Okay. I'll backtrack on the replay a bit just to see what they did. Okay, so he bashed that way. And I think one of these is just a swimmer. Yeah, one of these is just a swimmer. So he'll bash through the wall. No, it's just a miner. He's not going to be doing anything for a while. I think that's the swimmer slash disarmer. So he needs to go. He goes and disarms the trap. And I think just to get to the exit, you just have to use a basher and a walker here, just so they just to give them a little leg up. So these lemmings here are just trying to make a climbable wall for these lemmings here, which is quite simple because you just have to get down. You just have to get this far down the wall. But at the same time, we've got 6 people in here who are not going to be climber lemmings, so this guy needs to come back as well. And I think this guy is actually the climber lemming that turned around and came down this tightrope thing here, so he's going to carve the path to the exit. This guy's going to come back, and he's going to ultimately bash through this wall for the remaining swimmer lemmings. And the confusing thing here is he's a climber, so we need to make sure he gets through. He needs to get up this wall as well, so he really needs to get a move on. And who's he? He's a climber swimmer, so he can do either. Okay, maybe I was wrong about this guy bashing the wall. Okay, so everyone remaining now is a swimmer, so that's okay. He's going to come back. Oh, this guy comes back through the teleporter, of course. Yeah, that's what happens. He's probably going to... How did he come back? Something happened here. Yeah, somebody mined into the steel here to turn around and do the come back. Okay, that's a smart little trick. He's just going to walk to the exit because he can swim. And that's it. And because this teleport's facing this way, this guy's going to come back and he's going to climb. Oh no, he turns around actually, that's fine. I thought he was going to go and do the infinite loop again. Sorry, not the infinite loop, the long way round where he walks through the teleporter. Walks all the way to the other side of the level to get to the teleporter. But yeah, that was a brilliant level, that one was. I was really impressed with that one. Really, really tough, but at the same time, really, really satisfying when you get it.